Hello, all of my internet friends and family. I thought I would just make a really short, nice herbal informational video about one of the plants I've really come to know and love this summer. And I thought it'd be nice to share. I've never done this before, so it might come off kind of awkward, but whatever. I think it's especially important to focus on all of the things that we have in abundance around us and all these plants, especially since there is so much destruction happening in the Amazon right now, and it's just truly, truly heartbreaking. Um, but Mother Nature continues on and still provides a lot of things for us. And one of those plants is the one I'm going to show you, and it's called Queen Anne's lace. So Queen Anne's lace grows all over in most places in the United States. So it grows in like sunny meadows, like dry fields, and I'm in a field right now of Queen Anne's lace, and yeah, there's a lot of it. So Queen Anne's lace, the Latin name or botanical name for this plant is called Daucus carota. The other common name that it goes by is wild carrot, and so yes, it is a carrot. So that's one of its uses. So if you were ever like in a survival situation looking for food, this would be a source of food. So you could harvest the root just like you would any other carrot. In fact, the conventional carrots that we have today in grocery stores and the ones that we grow for food are actually bred from this plant. So this is like the original carrot. And since it is a carrot, you're going to get a lot of the nutrients a carrot provides. So it has all of the carotenoids, it's got beta carotene, which will translate as vitamin A in the body. So if you were like depleted in vitamin A, like in a survival situation, this would be a good source of vitamin A, and that would help get your levels up. And it's a plant source, so that's even more awesome. So wild carrot is in a family called Apiaceae, formerly known as Umbelliferae, and it used to be called that because of its umbel-shaped flowering top that a lot of those plants have in the same family. And one of those plants being a plant that looks really similar to this one, and it's called poison hemlock. And as the name suggests, it is poisonous, so you have to make sure if you're going to be using this plant and working with it that it's 110% sure that it's this plant. One of the defining features of Queen Anne's lace is the purple red flower in the middle. So if you see that, you can be pretty certain that it's Queen Anne's lace. Some of them don't have that though. Either that it's because they're earlier in their flowering stage, or some of them just never show up in the middle of the flower. Because not all plants are created equal. Some are different than others, but if you see that, you can be pretty certain that it's Queen Anne's lace, because poison hemlock doesn't have that. But you want to be really careful, because even just the tiniest amount of poison hemlock can be deadly. In fact, if you look through history, you'll figure out that poison hemlock is actually what killed Socrates, so which is kind of cool to know about, but yeah, not cool to die from. So anyway, another good thing about Queen Anne's lace is that when it starts to go into seed, like it's going out of its flowering stage into the seed stage, which would be like this right here, it can be used as a form of herbal birth control. So all of these seeds in here I think they're pretty much ready at this point. When they start to close up and they're green and kind of a slight purple color, that usually means it's time to use it. So it can be used as like a morning after pill or something like that. But of course, if you're going to do that, you want to do your research and make sure that you're 100% sure on doing that and follow the procedure exactly how it's supposed to be. And I mean, do your own research basically is what I'm trying to say. The reason it's called Queen Anne's lace is because it has, probably as you know or can tell by the name, is it has a connection to Queen Anne. And so as the legend goes, Queen Anne was sewing her lace, her white lace, and she pricked her finger and she bled, and that's what the dot is in the middle of the flower. And some people also say, the legend goes, that After Queen Anne's head got chopped off, this is her head, like her bloody, bloody head, which is wow. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of where the name comes from. So this plant is in complete abundance most places, and that being said, even if something is in abundance and it's all over, that doesn't mean you can take and take and take, because that's how eventually things disappear. Just like Pipsisua, where people have used it to like make Pepsi, and it was in abundance, and people wildcrafted it until it was like almost non-existent and kind of dying off. So even though something is in abundance, you have to use an ethical code when you go about harvesting it. So if you're going to take a root, you have to be doing it knowing that you're killing the plant. If you're harvesting a flower, you're not killing the plant. You're just taking away the flower can grow back. So that's something to keep in mind. Never take more than half, and if there's an area where there's not very much of it, don't harvest it. Find an area where there's a lot more of it. Replant things if you can. The good thing about Queen Anne's lace at this point is it's very proliferative, so it grows a lot. It kind of grows very similar to like dandelion and plantain, where you just see it everywhere. It's a very proliferative plant. It's just everywhere. But eventually that might not be the case with a lot of plants if we overharvest them. But anyway, I just thought it would just be a fun thing to talk about. So yeah, if this was interesting to you or people like it, I might do more. But yeah, anyway, bye.